Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is the first class of mine that you are taking with me. Today is balancing and bending, as the name suggests, so expect to do some bending, expect to do some balancing. Lots of front body openers, so stretching through the quads, opening through the chest, all this sort of flexibility that we tend to associate with back bends, and then some unconventional as well as some conventional balancing, so you can wait and see what I've got in store for you for that. There's nothing in terms of props that you need for this class, so let's get going. We're starting today towards the back of the mat into something like child's pose, but don't take the knees wide. Keep the knees as wide as your hips. Sit your bum down towards your heels and then let your hands slide away. So the body is resting to the thighs. Don't worry if the forehead doesn't reach the mat, just let the head hang heavy. You can rest it down if it reaches, but just allow your body to start to feel nice and small, all curled up. Eyes are closed, just giving yourself this moment to find stillness, to draw the attention to the breath, and just to let everything else in the mind just be moved to one side for these next 20 minutes. Allow your breath to move a little deeper, full expanse of the lungs, a soft release. Again, breathing in, making your torso big, and breathing out, letting it all feel soft. Lovely. And then lifting your gaze to look towards your hands. I want you to think of a cat and cow spine as we take some spinal rolls. So with an inhale, with a rounded spine, chin is towards chest, tailbone is tucked as you lean just beyond your wrists. And then push your sit bones to the sky, lift your chest, look forwards as you push your bum back towards the heels. They don't have to touch down. The inhale, rolling forwards, rounded spine, chin to chest. The exhale to push back, engaging the back body as you push your bum to heels. Lovely, keep moving. Inhale, come forwards, feel the weight through the arms. Exhale, sit bones up, chest up as you push back towards heels. Again, breathing in, rolling forwards, rippling through the spine. And exhale to push yourself all the way back. Lovely. Take one more to come forwards. Inhale, lean just beyond the wrists. Find a nice strong core, slight tuck of tailbone as you softly release your body all the way down to the floor. Now, keeping your hands roughly where they are alongside your rib cage, I want you to use an inhale for baby cobra. So the hands really aren't doing anything here. Lower back is working hard. As you exhale, let your hands press down just a little for a medium-sized cobra, shoulders away from ears. Use the inhale, come back to baby cobra, hands are doing nothing. And as you exhale, just let your forehead rest to the floor, let your lower back switch off. Same again, inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra, just the work of your lower back. Inhale, hands are helping, elbows tuck in, but the hips are still rooted down. Use that inhale for the belly to come back, baby cobra, chest is lifted. And as you exhale, let the forehead rest down, soften your bum, soften your hips. One more like that. Inhale, baby cobra, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, medium cobra, little press into the hands. Inhale, baby cobra, lower back's doing the work. And as you exhale, let the head rest down, let the lower back switch off. Nice. Draw your hands forwards to just in front of your shoulders. Press down through those hands. See if from there you can push your way up onto your knees. Press your hips back to be on top of the knees, and then the forehead to come to the floor to puppy pose. If that transition didn't quite work for you, just allow yourself to push back towards tabletop first, and then walk your hands away towards puppy. The shoulder blades are nice and broad across our upper back. The hands are staying with a bit of a push down into the floor. Think of the belly and the chest sinking towards the mat. And if you find that you've got a little bit more range here, you could maybe lift your forehead and rest your nose and chin, or maybe you could lift and look towards your thumbs and let your chin rest. Keep finding that broad space between shoulder blades, pressing down through the hands or the forearms, whatever is connected to the mat. Breathing in and out. From there, let your hands walk in towards you, a little bit at a time. And then once you're ready, toes tuck under behind you, hips into the sky as you come to find down dog. Once you're there, take a nice generous walk of the dog. So really bending those knees, letting the hips move side to side. Same with the shoulders, just letting everything feel quite loose, quite fluid, quite soft. Maybe letting the head spin from left to right, yeses and nos with the neck, everything just loosening. And then let that down dog start to settle. A little soft bend in the knees, press sit bones to the sky, push your body weight back towards your legs. With your right leg, as you inhale, sweep it high to the sky for three-legged dog. With that leg in the sky, let the knee bend, your heel aims towards your left bum as you lift that right knee high to the sky, inner thighs widening. Hold it there for your breath in. On the breath out, scoop that knee forward, and I want you to place the knee down at about the line of your wrist. So a bit unusual, place the knee down. The left foot is still balancing or still on the mat at the back of the mat. Press down through this right knee. First come towards fingertips and then see if you can lift your torso and send your arms out wide into this one knee balance. Chest is nice and broad. See if we can look forwards, firm through core, firm through glutes for your stability. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now from there, option to try and stay balanced. Keep your hands up. Let your back knee rest down onto the floor. Make sure your legs are on train tracks here. You've got a left and a right side. From there, bending the back knee, can your left hand catch your back foot? Here's option 1 to stay. If you want to go a little further, right hand, can it go behind your back as both hands hold the foot? If you feel that you've got a little further to go, you can draw that heel a bit closer towards your bum. Right leg is working very hard for our stability. You should feel the burn in your quads, in your glutes, or maybe you're super strong and you don't, but they're still working hard. Take a full deep breath in. Now softly let the foot go, let the toes find the mat. You can take the arms back out wide. I want you to see if you can lift that back knee and then step that left foot forwards beyond the line of your mat. Don't worry, it's not a prison cell. You're allowed to step forwards towards a low lunge. Use an inhale, arms reach high to the sky alongside ears. Let your palms come together above you and then bend the elbows. Think of thumbs towards shoulder blades and then pressing lightly the back of your head against your forearms. Engaging through right glutes, press down through the top of the back foot. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, remove that little shark fin. I want you to see if you can step that left foot straight to the back of the mat where it came from. Let your hands come down so you're into like a three-pointed plank. From there, draw that knee up towards your chest, pull the thigh in, and then as you inhale, kick it back to the sky for a three-legged dog. Take one full deep breath in. And then open the hip again, same as before. Bend the knee, heel towards your bum, right knee points to the sky. Keep that leg lifted. As you inhale, bring your shoulders forwards as if you're coming into plank. Keep that leg lifted. And then imagine you're doing side plank. Left hand stays down. Step the foot off behind you. So kind of like Wild Thing. You could argue that it is Wild Thing, but I want you to think of it more like a supported side plank. Press the hips to the sky. Right arm reaches alongside ear. You can either gaze towards the mat or up towards the sky. Lengthening through that top right side of the rib cage. Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to undo that flip. Draw your right knee just wider than your right wrist as we come towards pigeon. The shin on some sort of diagonal across the front of the mat. Not too diagonal. Try not to let any pressure build into the knee. Back leg, knee and toes point to the floor, and then maybe let your forearms come to the mat. Appreciate this moment of stillness. Couple of breaths here. Chest lengthens forwards, breathing in. Giving this whole right leg a little bit of a press into the mat, breathing out. Again, inhale and exhale. From there, bring yourself back up onto the hands if you went down. I want you to lift this front right knee, just put it into the middle of the mat, and then sit yourself into the gap that you sort of created on the right side. Left leg sticks out in the diagonal direction, sole of right foot towards inner thigh. Left hand reaches out towards the left shin, and as you inhale, right arm spins up towards the sky, lengthening this right side body. If you feel you can go a little further, you could exhale, softly bend left elbow as you reach slightly more out towards that left leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Use a nice strong inhale to pull yourself all the way up. Right hand places towards the top of the mat. And as you inhale, lift your bum, reach out through left toes as you come towards rock star. A little bit of a tuck of the tailbone as the hips press forwards and up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Great, let your bum sit right back down where it came from. Take your left leg, cross it around to the outside the right thigh. So you're coming towards a seated twist, you're facing off into a funky angle, but we don't mind. We're breaking boundaries today. Left hand goes slightly behind us with a big breath in, right arm to the sky. And as you exhale, hook the elbow around the leg. So you're twisting to look over your left shoulder, trying to focus that left sit bone to stay rooted to the mat, as well as the sole of your left foot. Inhale, can the spine sit any taller? Exhale. Lovely. As you undo the twist and draw yourself back to face towards your legs, a moment to just have a little bit of a play with an arm balance. See if we can find our way into EPK2. So this top left thigh is going to form a shelf with the back of our left tricep. We're going to be going diagonally off this right side of the mat. Let the back of the left tricep and that left thigh connect. Let them stay connected as your hands come off this right side. First things first, pick your bum off the mat. That's the heavy bit. Get it out the way. Start to bend your arms like chaturanga. See if you can keep bending and those legs to a little bit like a seesaw. As your chest comes forwards, those legs might lift up. Give it a go or two. If you've got some balance, hold your balance for maybe a breath, maybe 2 breaths if you're really going for it. And then allow yourself to guide your bum back to the mat. Doesn't matter if we found balance or not, we've got the opportunity for the second side in a moment. Draw your heels towards your bum, rolling your way over, either moving through a vinyasa if you would like to, or you can step straight into down dog, knowing that the second side is on its way with that next burst of energy. Big breath in, soft breath out. Let's take one more. Great. With the left leg, inhale, lift it to the sky for 3-legged dog. Let the knee in the sky bend, heel towards right bum. Lift that left knee high towards the sky. Hold it lifted. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, draw that knee forward. You're going to place the knee down at about the line of your wrists, roughly. As it comes forward, make sure your feet and your front knee are on train tracks. First, come up onto fingertips, engage through your tummy muscles. See if you can lift through the torso, send your arms wide. Find a little bit of a pull forwards of the right hip, trying to stay square to the top of the mat. Gaze is softly staying on one point to help your balance. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Good. From there, softly guide that back knee down towards the mat. The knee is roughly in line with your back foot, your left foot, should I say. Right hand is going to see if it can catch that foot behind us. Option to stay here. Left arm can stay as a bit of a balance aid. If you want to give it a go for 2 hands to find your back foot, then go ahead. If you feel you've got a little further to go, start to draw that heel towards your bum, to give that right quad a little more of an opening. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Softly release the foot. Try not to let it spring away from you. Send those arms back wide. Tuck those back toes. Lift through the back knee. And then with as much control as you can, you're going to step off the front of your mat with that right foot as you think of the hips slightly tucking under. Engage through left glutes. Use the inhale, arms reach to the sky, palms meet above you. And as you exhale, bend those elbows, sending those hands down towards shoulder blades, and then lifting your chin so the back of the head lightly presses into the forearms. Push down through left shin or top of left foot. Lift the hip points up towards the ribs. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more in. As you exhale, release your little shark fin. Let your hands come somewhere helpful, whether that be waist or just alongside you. See if you can pick up this right foot, step it back to the back of the mat as the hands come down towards plank. From there, push into the hands, broaden shoulder blades, draw that left knee high up into your chest. Inhale. And then kicking it into the sky, three-legged dog, toes lifting up as the right heel stays heavy. Leave it there, take an inhale. Bend the knee in the sky again, heel towards bum, widen your inner thighs. Keep that leg in the sky. First you're coming forward, shoulders over wrist, just like plank, and then softly guide that foot to the floor behind you, left arm either to the ceiling or maybe alongside the ear as you feel that whole top side of the body get nice and long. Breathing in, breathing out. From there, undo the flip, draw that left knee towards the top of the mat, a little bit wider than left wrist as you come to find pigeon. Back leg wriggles away, make sure you're feeling comfortable and you've found your stretch. You can then allow yourself to come down to forearms. You can go further if you want to. Give that left shin a little press down. Keep that chest drawing a little forwards. Inhale and exhale. Take one more. And then drawing yourself back up onto the hands. Lifting this front left knee, put it more towards the center of the mat between the hands, sit your bum into the gap behind you, and then rotate those right toes to the sky. Sole of foot towards inner of thigh. Right hand reaches out towards the leg, and as you inhale, left arm rises up, 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 up. On the exhale, option to go a little bit off towards that right side, finding length in that left side body, giving a little bit of a root down through the back of the right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Use an inhale to come all the way up, left hand places at the top of the mat, and then lifting your hips, reach out through right toes for rock star. Nice expanse of the body, right side body feeling nice and long. Take a full deep breath in. On the exhale, guide your bum back down where it came from. Take that right leg, cross it to the outside of the thigh. So again, you're sort of facing off towards where a moment ago we were arm balancing. Right hand behind you, left arm to the sky, inhale, and then exhale. Elbow goes around the thigh, looking over right shoulder, finding that lift of the spine, lengthening the torso, and using the elbow and the thigh as something that are pressing against towards each other, to give yourself that little bit of extra torque. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. As you undo the twist, I'm just going to turn so you can see my demonstration a little better, but we're coming towards this diagonal off the left side of the mat, EPK2. So this inner right thigh is going to connect with the back of your right tricep. Don't let them come apart. That's your shelf. Hands go like they would do for a plank. Get the heavy bit off the floor first. Lift your hips. Think of broad shoulder blades. Chest is going forwards. Maybe just kick this right foot out the way first so it doesn't get glued to the floor. Chest goes forwards, forwards, forwards. Maybe put a cushion out if you feel a little bit intimidated. If you find balance, maybe you can extend the legs away into a full EPK2. If you have it, maybe see if you can take a breath. If you've not quite got it, maybe give it one more go, practice. And then sit your bum back to the mat. No turning around this time, just bring both feet onto the mat in front of you. Knees are bent, arms reach forwards as you slowly, slowly draw your body down onto the mat. Let your feet come a little closer to your bum as we prepare for bridge. Feet are hip distance apart. Think of rooting down through the whole sole of the foot to lift your hips away from the floor. Find a tuck of tailbone so we're engaging through our glutes. And you could then come to interlace your hands underneath you, shuffling those shoulder blades a little closer towards each other as you puff the chest to the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, inhale and exhale. Make sure to release the fist first before drawing your body down onto the mat. It might not be for everyone, but we're either going to take a wheel pose, or you could take another round of bridge, or take a different pose if you want. If you want a happy baby or something, then go ahead. If it feels like a nice time in your practice for a wheel, feet are still hip distance apart, hands come above the shoulders, fingertips pointing towards shoulders. Root down through those feet, start to let the hips lift, take a full inhale. And as you exhale, press into the hands. Think of making a nice big bridge shape with the body. Hips are up, chest is up. Thinking of sending your weight a little more towards your wrists to find a nice even bend through the whole line of the spine. Give yourself enough energy to come down. That might be now. Otherwise, take another full breath in and a full breath out. Chin comes to the chest, slowly. Think of a reverse push up as you guide the body back down to the floor. As you come out of it, maybe give your wrists a little roll if they're feeling like that's nice. Maybe let your knees flop left to right, just to encourage some softness in the lower body. And then when you're ready, maybe just let your knees have a soft hug in. Give yourself a small little squeeze. And then let your feet step away. Let your arms release alongside you. Giving yourself just these few moments to let the body wind down. Feel that real buzz of energy within you that these back bends, these big front body openers bring to the body. Feel that buzz. And just feel as it starts to settle, as it dissolves within you. And then take a full deep breath in. Bring that energy back to the fingers, the toes. Maybe taking a stretch. And when you're ready, let the knees hug in as you make yourself a small ball. You can then, in your own way, in your own time, find your way to seated. A nice long spine, soft shoulders away from ears. Your final inhale reaches the arms to the sky. And your final exhale to lower the hands towards belly and chin towards chest. Thanks so much for practicing with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the class. Whether or not back bends are your cup of tea or not, I hope you can feel how energizing that they can be for the body. So a really good way to start your day, even though that's probably the time of the day where they feel most stiff. Let me know what you thought of the class in the comments. I love to hear from you, and I really appreciate the support of my channel. If you wanted to leave a little thumbs up for the class and subscribe if perhaps you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of your day and check out my website for where you can practice with me live via Zoom.